I talked today about the benefit of the doubt. The benefit of the doubt. When you, how can I start this? Everybody in life has a certain thing called a reputation, right? And when we meet people, or even as we know people through our life, it takes a certain amount of facts, information that makes us come to a reasonable decision that that person is not going to be given the benefit of the doubt. Upon the first time meeting people, and I'm talking about like when you meet a person, let's just talk in level. You meet a person that you're a rational person. You are, right? And you're a trusting person. And you would remember in your life when people did not give you a chance to prove yourself, even though you lived with yourself every day, 24/7. So you've seen through your own behavior that you're not a person that should be doubted, right? But yet people don't won't give you that. They won't give you that because they don't know you well enough. They don't have enough facts. And we live in such in a lot of ways, society can be quite blinded, and people can be. But where I'm going with this today is that is because you understand the pain or the place where you get thrown off when you're doubted. You're able to have empathy in the respect that when you meet people, you choose not to be that way. So it's with not it isn't within your genetics to be a person who runs around in life paranoid, like some people are, especially people who may have done it to you. And people throughout their life they get jaded. They get, I'm not going to trust anyone anymore, blah, blah, blah. So people have a variety of reasons. Sometimes it could be just because you don't look like them or you don't look like the person next door that they grew up with, they will make a snap judgment based upon the ridiculousness going on in their brain, right? The neurons, the where they're being programmed to believe what is safe and what isn't. But through your life is that you will have to make a decision, and it's gonna. You see the things that's where Jesus said that difficult is a way and narrow is a gate that leads to life, and only be a few who find it. That gateway, that way, includes in a big way you learning to become a bigger person in every respect. So you don't carry within your arsenal or within your bag of life, oh, I'm going to have doubt. I'm going to be mean spirited. I'm going to be a person that's uncomfortable to be with. I won't. And it's also within your bag. It's in your bag that you know what it's like to be tasteful. You're being refined and being classy means that you're going to be very tasteful. So in all of your experiences as you've grown deeper in your life, especially in your conscience, you know what it feels like to be made to feel bad by another person who were either cold-hearted, calloused, or didn't give a second thought when they harmed you, when they hurt you, whether through a snap judgment or whether they choose to treat you a certain way based upon the fact that they are not going to give you the benefit of the doubt, but instead they choose to doubt you. So You go through your life and you decide, no, I'm going to give people the benefit of the doubt, no matter what. Now, the thing that this is a beautiful skill to have in life because it keeps you away from being a very unhappy, miserable, awful, ugly idiot, right? Especially when a person behaves stupidly towards another person, they're really just an idiot, right? So it's not in your bag to have that, and in who you are, your physiology, your makeup. This is one skill in your life you're really going to have to work on in a big way, because you really learn throughout your life that you're going to meet people who will give you reasonable doubt to not give them the benefit anymore. And this is a hone in the skill of giving people the benefit of the doubt. Okay? It comes down to this, that you learn that people in general don't change. And if they are changing and they're on the progress road, they will have a way about them of being able to be humble enough to say, I was wrong. Right? And this is a biggie, because people you're going to meet in your life are going to behave a certain way to you. They're in your presence, you met them. And even with your family members, that some people do take the progress road and they change. They really do. We're in so many ways the idealist. And that's what makes the empath, or the person who's wanted to become good, really good, where God can look down at that person, smile on them. They know they got something good going on them because they're not given to the dark side of or the consequences of what it's like for a miserable, unhappy, and a disgusting sociopath. And those people have their consequences. They get their fruit. Don't think they don't. They get rewarded for that being that way. Okay, and they will never ever be truly happy and fulfilled. Guaranteed this. Your benefit of the doubt to some people must stop on the first experience of where they started the first flag, the first thing they've done, and bang, you start at that point to start have questions about them. I'm going to go a step further, and I'm going to say at that point, it's best at that point to remove all benefits. And what I mean by that is that however they've stepped into your life, you are going to have to find a way to show them the front door or keep them out from the rest of your spiritual house. Because one thing does lead to another, guaranteed. With some people, you will find it so much easier because the atmosphere is so much lighter to be able to let them know that their behavior wasn't right. And if you find it is so easy to do that with that person, you can give them the benefit of the doubt. Because people in general, we all do. Nobody can really see clearly 100%. So people can act in ignorance at times. They wouldn't even know, right? But before you go to correct that person, you have a sense, a stiffness, some people would call it a hardness in the chest, that this person's not going to listen to you, and this person does not even care a whit about what they did. Number one, what makes it easy to not give them the benefit of the doubt is they don't care a whit about you. That is what makes it easy. See, giving people no more benefits when they've shown you a reasonable doubt that they are not worthy of the benefit of the doubt, at that point, it's best that they be removed, like immediately. And I speak this from experience because I know someone I met years ago, and a friend going way back from high school. And I remember I went out of my way to buy this person an item off Amazon. And out of curiosity, I mean, you buy something for someone, you're kind of happy to be doing this stuff, but I asked her to if she liked it, and she indicated that it didn't fit correctly. So I said, okay, fine. So, because Amazon offered the returns, I sent her the information from Amazon to basically just packaged it. And the item was about over $75, right? She turned around, she said, it's packed away. And that was the end of it. She left a stiffness inside of my chest to not pursue it any further. So I was out $75 in gratitude and a sense of feeling like a total heel. Well, not a heel, but I could say that a heel is when you feel bad about something, but that something was wrong. Something went very wrong, and my kindness was squandered. It wasn't appreciated. You have to learn lessons. We all have to learn lessons. And I use the word have because situations have a tendency of repeating themselves until we get it. Because once we get it, we begin to change internally and we send out an outer message to prevent the people who gives us a reasonable doubt not to have any more benefits. And one of the benefits to your life, and I trust I'm speaking to the right people here, as you are growing up, a lot of people don't. And I say that really. People are happy with their comfort zone, that they don't need to grow further. And many people have many different ways of calling it, but I say the living God, He will focus his attention on those who are more than happy to get out of the garbage pit of life and those who don't want to smell like garbage anymore. And he has ways of working his correction, and not the correction to kind of beat on you, but the correction to make you become straight, that you are aligned with everything that is healthy. He has ways of dealing with that. And the more you desire to become wholesome, the more God will beef up the lessons of the things that are your liabilities. So I'm just going to end with this and say that the person who shows you beyond the shadow of a doubt, with reason, with beyond no doubt whatsoever, you have enough reason to doubt them, they are a liability. And they will not get better because you will know that they are beyond correction and they are not open to it. And it will be to your, not them, because they can move on easily from you. It will be to your pain and detriment that you kept it going. And you don't ever want to be in your life when you start blaming God or blaming the circumstances or anything else, because it was in your court to not serve a ball anymore, but to open up the court gates and tell the player who just served you that to get out. So I'm going to leave you with that. If a person shows you beyond a reason, no doubt, enough reasons to doubt them, don't offer them any benefits. And the benefits are you. What is going on in you? Because you'll bring much more good to them than they ever will to you. And that is what they live for. They live for your benefits. And they're so arrogant and so disgusting that they don't realize or even think for a second, how dare you correct me? And that's what it comes down to. Don't entertain them, man. It ain't worth it. Have a good day. I would love you like and subscribe. Inspiration to you. Have a good day.